Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. What a lovely day. Is it lovely for you? What are you doing mindfully to make it so? This is what I ask of you. How are you making your day amazing? What are you choosing? What are you seeing? How are you feeling? Let's see what the Arcturians want us to consider today. Openness. Okay. The energy of openness helps you take an open and honest look at yourself. Quite often, we have all kinds of saboteurs working against us at a subconscious level, preventing us from feeling what really occupies us. This energy helps us to recognize this and experience ourselves at a different level. Take up the challenge to speak your own truth. Okay. Yes, those inner saboteurs, those things that make you doubt the signs and synchronicities, right? Observe yourself when you see something and your instinct is to deny it or make up counter excuses or dismiss the signs away, because that is an indicator that it is something that you really care about, you really want, and it's your ego that is overriding the intuitive knowings and confirmations that are coming to you, because that's what signs are, right? Signs and synchronicities. They are little tells from your spirit team that you're on the right track, that what you feel is true, what you believe is true, right? So don't doubt it, because in doubting the signs and synchronicities, you are doubting yourself, your own ability to see. You saw them for a reason. And so let them be. At the very least, don't judge them, right? See, I see you, and move on. Don't go further than that. Don't try to dismiss them, talk them out of existence, right? Then we are fooling ourselves and denying our inner knowing and our higher spirit team from communicating. So your openness to see, to feel, and to know is very important. Okay, we got Zajera. Say Jera, Jera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see, but we can get hints if we are open to them. Okay, after much diligence, the honeybee finally reaps the sweetest harvest. They are connected and attuned to the slow, ever-moving cycles of nature and time. The bee needs to move through many steps and stages before their efforts in the wildflower fields brings the joyful harvest of honey. As the 12th rune, Jera speaks of the yearly cycles of tilling, sowing, and reaping. It awaits the slow arrival of change with patience, planning, and hard work. Jera has a steady and joyous energy, and it calls you to pause for a moment and pay attention. You will reap what you sow, but are you sowing the future you want? It also asks, is the timing right? Jera indicates a total and happy completion with the promise that your reward is coming. Fruition, balance, abundance, cycles and rhythms, and harmony. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, your diligence, your hard work, your consistent devotion is what will bring you much fruit or honey. It's honey. Will bring you much honey, right? You don't get the honey right away, but with patience and consistency, the honey starts to happen. And then suddenly, boom. So what were you doing? What were you starting? What seeds were you planting a year ago today? Okay. For me, I was picking up this channel again and making it into something consistent. Right? Checking in daily with messages, with myself, with intuition, and seeing what the, where, the why, the how, the when, the who, the. Yes. Okay. Well, let's see. A year in review. This openness. How far have you come? Who have you turned into? Who have you bloomed into over the last year? Someone gorgeous, I can already tell. You are the gorgeousness. Okay. Let's ask for the very first card to come out and let us know. Oh, it's the 2 cards. Okay, this is your hand at balancing. Look, you got the temperance here too. So we've got the sun and moon, you in a position where you can reach for the stars, reach for the sun. Utilize the sun power, harness the sun power with your balancing of the moon power, okay? And the temperance is about that balancing, tempering, time and place process of becoming stronger, right? You get a hunk of metal or lead or whatever swords are made out of. And then through the process of heating, cooling, pounding, resting, the metal becomes stronger, right? It transforms into a sword that is strong. And that is gorgeous. So yes, this choice, this choosing, and your heart, yes, this was your indicator, your motivation. Yes, motivation to heal your heart, right? How long do we walk around with swords sticking out of our wounds and blood dripping all over our loved ones before we finally choose to heal, to move in the direction of healing? And it takes patience. Yes, very much patience, because that's just the nature of all things, especially seeds, right? Seeds take patience to grow. Hearts, wounds take patience to heal. And that is part of the living experience on the earth realm, right? The King of Pentacles is one grounded and centered. There you are. There is your overflowing self. This is the work you have been patient for. This is your seed that you plant in the earth realm that manifests into this golden chalice full of liquid sunshine. Beautiful. But yes, the King of Pentacles. This is that grounded earth. This is also giving me one who focuses on their pentacles, on their earthly things that they can control here. Okay, this is the king who plants the seed. And then we've got the fool and self-mastery. Okay, dedication, commitment, sacred oath to self, right? In your commitment to your heart, to your wholeness, to your overflow in the face of the material, right? The thing with the material world is that there are things out of our control. And it is very much a product of all the things, all the choices that we make in the past, right? So to change nows, you have to fill it with love. Okay, change now with love. Okay, beautiful. So this dedication to self, this trusting, this blind faith, this patience in growing your seeds has brought about love. Okay. This is the beautiful balance within. This is the tempering process. This hot and cold, light and dark, sun and moon, masculine, feminine. Interplay, balance, dance of gorgeousness. I love the lover's card. It's so romantic. So romantic. Okay, so you are judged worthy of this kind of love, okay? As within, so without. You achieve this kind of love on the inside. You get to have it on the outside too. It's just the way it is. Because you start to see life, feel life, engage with life through love. And love finds love. Love finds love. Love is attracted to love. Love is a beautiful thing. Okay. But you had to transform first. But this is it, right? This transformation process is what is the basis behind your what you know now, what you have to offer, your experience, right? Your empathy, your ability to recognize and, because you've been on the path, you can help others on the path because you've been there. You've seen things, you've experienced things, you've learned things. And even though everybody's path is their own, sometimes it's like, oh, we may not have to cross a rickety bridge made out of glass at the same time on our path, but one might come across a rickety bridge made of glass. And so you, having crossed a rickety bridge made of glass, may be able to offer some helpful tips. Hey, if you ever come across a rickety bridge made of glass, I found that if you covered your feet with leaves that are along the river, they will protect your feet from getting hurt or something, right? Okay. We've got your world coming into play. This is also the balancing of these aspects of all of the things. This constant balancing and rebalancing, just like when you're walking, right? When you're standing still, you're balanced. You got one foot on either side, right? Your skeletal structure is straight. And then to lift a foot up is to take yourself out of balance. And then there's this period where you're walking, where are you walking or are you falling, right? You're falling for a second until your foot lands. And so even your moving forward is a series of balance and imbalance. This is walking and running and dancing. And this is the beautiful dance of life that we all engage in. And I think the trick is, instead of being led about in a state of falling and this need or hope that someone or something catches us before we hit the ground, and perhaps we spend a lot of time hitting the ground because we're not paying attention to our feet and we're not paying attention to the beat, and so we're flailing all over the place, right? So the trick is to turn life into a beautiful dance that you are mindful of, and then you can start dancing with life instead of just trying to keep yourself from flailing on the floor, right? Okay. We've got how you do this, and this is how you do this. You go in, you connect, you center, you balance, you ground. You focus on all of the aspects, all of the planes, all of the areas in your life, right? Physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. We have all of these dimensions. This is our multidimensional nature. And the sooner we recognize this, the sooner we can learn and transform and make the things work in our favor. Okay. So one of the things we had to learn how to do is to choose the heart, to choose to go within every single time. And this is an ongoing thing, right? Because it takes faith. There's only you and the subtle um, murmurs of your higher self and your higher spirit team. And so, it's easier seemingly to stay out in the cold because there's people out there, right? We can seek out others to try and get warmth from you, but it's fleeting, right? Think about, somebody with their hands in their pockets that are nice and warm, and your hands are freezing, and so you jam your hand into their pocket, trying to get some warmth, but they need their hands in order to do things, and so you're either holding them and keeping them from doing the things that they need to do with their hands, or they are trying to detach from you so that they can have their hands back, right? I don't know where I was going with this. The point is to go within and find your own heat. That was the point, okay? And then you're not reliant on the external, on other people to warm you. Okay, yes. This was something that you had to learn. And in doing so, you create a beautiful energy, okay? A passionate energy that is born and nurtured within. I'm always thinking of this internal flame, right? And your devotion, your dedication, your faith is what fuels it, is what keeps it strong and burning bright. Just like the sun wants to do, it just came out for us. Yes, we'll take it. Thank you, sun. Okay, and your abundance is why you do these things. Okay, these are all the beautiful seeds you have planted, um, not only growing and blooming, but this is these seeds that you have been tending and planted are, they come up every year. They come up every year. Okay, they're like that tree, the apple tree, or choose your favorite tree that fruits. Okay. As it gets older, the more established and the more fruit it provides. And this is why you are patient. This is what makes it all worthwhile. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 yes. Okay, let's ask these cards if they want to validate, confirm what we can expect from these gorgeous blooms. Our harvest period. What can we expect from this beautiful harvest? Or is it before the harvest? As we harvest, let's just make it when we are harvesting. Okay. This one. I think it might be justice. Okay, let's see. What can we expect from our beautiful harvesting? In the right time, everything has lined up correctly. Success is imminent. Imminent? Imminent. Yes. Yes, success. Yes, success. Yes, success. Okay, what does this say? Justice is the card of balancing scales, victory, and the law. One's actions will be scrutinized and one will be held accountable, but the outcome will be fair. This is that you get back what you give, right? You give love, you're going to get back love. Roman gladiators were rewarded for their victories with a shower of gladiolas. Its name is drawn from the Latin root word for sword. Yay! And gladiolas are flowers that represent strength and integrity in life and in battle. Beautiful. And that's just it, right? The double-edged sword. It is used to condemn and to save, right? Depending on all the things. So that's kind of gorgeous. Let's find something. Let's get the fairies in here. Let's ask the fairies for their beautiful wisdom. Seeing how we're dealing with seeds and things growing, fruiting, in divine time and light and love, it feels very fairy-like. And that is a beautiful thing. Okay. The Master Maker. Number 22. Okay, Master Maker. What you got for us? 22. What you got for us? Master Maker, skill, craftsmanship, magician, moral strength, and invention. Beautiful. He sings as he works, and in all fairy magic, his song does as much to shape objects as do the blows of his hammer. Beautiful. Beautiful combinations. Okay. Do whatever you do as well as you can, and then make it even better. The Master Maker reminds us that our very best work is always desirable, and in the present situation, is necessary for success. In fact, he asks that we surpass our previous best. Don't cut corners, don't take the easy way. Whether making a thing or fulfilling a concept, be sure the design is elegant, pure, and functional, and then follow it, attending to every detail in its turn. He says, design beyond your skill and then raise the level of your skill to fulfill it. Give and accept only the best, and do it with love for your craft, whatever that craft may be. This card speaks of long-lasting achievement, creative problem solving, and confident action. It may suggest cooperation with others, especially from a position of responsibility or of teaching one's craft to others. Success comes from practical application of traditional principles in life and in work. Beautiful. And we got a rainbow confirmation. Yes. Yes. So everything that you create moving forward, um, allow it to have its, or hold its strength, its weight, its, sorry, I got distracted because something almost fell. So I don't know what I was trying to say there for a second, but now I have to move this. Hold on. I pause. That's better. Okay. Where was I? Over here somewhere. We're talking about Magic Maker. Yes. The Magic Maker. Okay, because the Lovers keeps coming out, I'm just going to hit up this Telepathy Oracle deck. See what it wants to tell us about incoming external love. Right? Friends, family, lovers, whatever you are manifesting, whatever seeds you have planted. Trust it in all you do. We got twin flames, I'm telling you. Trust the moment, tree, and embrace what fate has in store for you. Trust it. Think of a special moment that brought you and your love joy. Okay, and tell the tree what you really think. Don't forget to connect with the nature. Connect with the nature and trust in the relationship for it to thrive. Okay, so if you're seeing any signs and synchronicities that are leading you, guiding you, speaking to you, and you notice yourself being like, seeing it and being like, it's no, that's just, okay, all of those reactions. Just trust it. Just trust it, okay? It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna kill you to trust in the unseen things. Your ego does not want you to be wrong, but you are trusting in your intuition, and your intuition is never wrong. So even if things turn out differently than you anticipated it, you still trust that all things are for your greatest and highest good. Okay, like I know the twin flame journey, especially a no contact situation, it can be very hard to trust. But when the signs keep coming, when the synchronicities keep happening, even when you decide to just never mind any of that, not think about that, move on from that. Shiitake again! I think that's a 3 in a row. 3 times a charm. Okay. What was I even talking about? Not trusting yourself and the signs that you are getting. Okay. Here is a sign. Trust it. This has come out many times. So it's talking about something or someone in your life needs nourishment. Okay. What? This is what you can focus on instead of trying to figure out all the signs and synchronicities. Just see them, take note, be like, okay, yeah, I see you, and keep moving on. That's the best way to deal with them. Acknowledge and move on, right? And I feel like sometimes those signs and synchronicities come back around to see, how are you going to respond to this? Are you going to get obsessed and let it take over the thought of it, or whatever the signs are leading, pointing to? Or are you just going to keep doing your thing and keep focusing on your internal flame, right? Yes. Nourishment comes in many forms, from the food you eat to the things that make your heart sing. Are you replacing the energy you are expending, or are you becoming worn out? Are you attending to your garden and to your inside environment as well as your internal? Okay, I just need to get a freaking pencil here because I feel like this is a typo. Does that not make sense to you? Are you attending and to your inside environment as well as your internal? It's saying the same thing, okay? And your outside environment as well as your internal. Yes, because you're as within, so without, right? Come on, book. Okay. You cannot completely nourish your soul if you are starving somewhere else in your life. Are you yearning for something? Is there a hole that needs filling or a project that needs more attention given to it? Take stock of the areas of your life that need more nourishment, whether physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, or creative. Make a note of what needs more attention in your life and nourish it. Yes, that's what you focus on. Whether yes, maybe you need to put more nourishment into your relationships with people, pets, plants, or yourself. Ask yourself, who or what is missing out? What can I give more of? Love, 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 love. Every project that is started and not finished still holds a part of your energy attached to it. Dang, okay. I am a multimedia artist and also ADHD. So you can imagine how many unfinished projects I have just lying around, and that's just all my energy just scattered about. So, as an example, okay? If you don't know where to start, nourish yourself in such a way that you know how to start. If you don't know where to start, nourish yourself in such a way that you know how to. Okay, fine. When you notice where the gaps in your life are, you can take action to change them, making you feel more whole. Okay. We'll let that one live. We'll let that one. But this one, right? Yes. Okay. So focus, get out of your brain trying to think your way through all the signs and synchronicities. Just recognize, course correct if they're leading you, if they're guiding you, or if they're just little nods from your spirit team being like, hey, 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 right? Acknowledge, but maintain your focus forward and into heart, into self, into the tending of your inner flame, into your love frequency that you are emitting. Okay, because we want to draw in the people who pick up what you are emitting. They're like, ooh, I like the way this love vibe feels coming from this direction. It reminds me of home. And that's how people are drawn to each other, right? You remind me of home. Okay, starfish. What does the starfish want to say to us today? Starfish, wisdom, beautiful, alluring, shallow, or superficial. All of those things. There's your balance. The starfish is a natural and exquisite blue beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is, these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? When in balance, uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When out of balance, gossips and feels empty, and to bring into balance, positive friendships. Beautiful. Yes. Because sometimes when we are having trouble seeing our own self, um, it is mirrored, we are mirrored back at ourselves through our loved ones and their ability to see and recognize our gorgeous beauty, and back and vice versa, right? We draw in and mirror. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay, we got the sun and moon kitty. Okay, Scully sun, Mimsy moon. This is beautiful balance. The sun and moon did not come out today, but here it is still. And it might as well have, because we got the twin flame and we got the lovers card. And this king here could be the sun. He's certainly got star vibes coming out the back of his head, and he's holding a star, which is like holding a sun. So this could be someone in your energy field. Ooh, connected to love. Okay, that there is a marriage of some sort of devotion here. Some sort of devotion. Okay. So only apply if it's relevant to you. Okay. And then we've got the balancing. Okay, this is part of your balancing of self. This tending to your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, right? But this is also tending to your inner child, your inner parent, and your inner wise one. They all have needs. They all need to be acknowledged for this beautiful love balance, right? What are you doing daily to satisfy your inner child? What are you doing daily to satisfy your inner mentor, your inner nurturer, your inner parent? And what are you doing to satisfy your wise one? Okay? These are questions only for you. And then we have the purity of the fleur de lis. Okay, this is a lily. And lilies are supposed to represent purity. And that's a beautiful. Okay, this is the pure juice that flows into your cup, the pure liquid sunshine. Okay, we have the star, and I feel like this is the star that this king holds. Okay, whether this is an aspect of you, your grounded centeredness, your process of grounding, of claiming your place in the material realm, and or because we're dealing with energy, it can be all the things. Someone in your life who represents someone stable, sturdy, right? I am one who tends to be very much in my upper chakras. I am one of those kinds of people that would float away into the stratosphere if I didn't have some sort of grounding tethers to hold me. So my balance, my twin, would be someone very much rooted in their earth element, right? This is where the balance is. It's not like I can't balance myself and that I'm not able to, because we hold the masculine and feminine within. But just like the masculine and feminine, the divine masculine and feminine, when they come together, it's about allowing, like when the divine feminine has to be everything, the energy is scattered, right? And instead of all that energy going into the nurturing and planting of seeds, um, the the scattered focus is put into all of the other things, the safety, the security, the environment that the seeds go in. And it's not to say that seeds won't grow, but not to the extent of the divine masculine and feminine coming together and their balancing that happens between the two of them. This is the overflowing cup thing of the Two of Cups, right? Why two overflowing cups coming together supersize? Because the energy that they were putting into making up for their opposite um, is taken. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I think you know what I'm saying. Okay. I was going too far into that. Okay. We got the sunflower. Okay, this is speaking to me of your abundance, right? Every single seed in the center of this one sunflower is a potential, is beautiful. Its potential is to be planted and grow into another sunflower full of unlimited possibilities, right? This is the plethora. This is the abundance. This is the seeds that keep on giving. Beautiful. And this is also the juicy fruit of the strawberry. Okay, the strawberry does the same thing. They tendril, they root, they crawl, they take over and produce these beautiful, beautiful, juicy fruit berries. And this is something that you have to wait for, but it's worth the wait because the sweetness of those berries is unlike anything you can buy at a store, okay? And this is why all good things are worth the wait. Because there are strawberries in disguise. Okay, let's ask for a little extra guidance from Zucates to take with us on our day, on our way as we go. We've got imagination and purification. Meet Zed. He might not look like your ordinary house cat, but in fact, he is one. He doesn't come from outer space or from a far off land. He lives just around the corner. He is the maker of his own kittyverse. He is consistently recreating himself to mirror the infinite possibilities of his imagination. Today he is purple and green, but tomorrow he may be made of flowers, and the next day he might have stars for eyes. We, excuse me, we are all in a constant state of becoming. We don't need to always stick with the familiar A, B, and C. Sometimes we can reach for the Z. Yes, use your imagination. This is a call to your inner child. Meet purification. Meet Calico, the maven of purification. She shows up in our life when it is time to let go of everything that no longer serves us. Long ago, she used to be a sad little kitty and believed that was just who she was. When she realized that sadness was not her at all, but a heavy cloak she had been wearing for much too long, she let the cloak drop off her shoulders and felt as light as air. Now she is simply pure being. What old beliefs, stagnant energy, or unhealthy habits can you toss to the wind in order to set yourself free? Beautiful. Definite call to purify and to weed out all of those rivulets that are pulling from your main energetic focus and flow and dam them up. Okay? Yes. There you have it. That's the reading for today. 444 on the timestamp. So your divine spirit team is right there with you, loving you, cheering you on, and so am I. I wish you all the love and joy you deserve. And yeah, keep being you, keep being awesome. And take care until next time. See you then. Bye.